Hey, beautiful people. It is makeup artist Deshawn Hatcher at 7 o'clock. She's shocked. Hey, guys. As usual, I'm going to let you guys come on here as I still fidget around to fix this damn thing, as usual. Every single time I do this, it's just a completely different setup. Uh, Constantly moving, and I'm constantly trying out lighting situations for you people. So, on this funky Sunday at 7, with all the hey Lauren, hi honey. Oh yeah. With this old funky, I don't think on YouTube I'm allowed to say the C word because they seem to flag you on this thing. I don't understand democracy at its best, right? Um, so yeah, so I'm just trying to get situated with you, boo. Give me 1 second. Over there. Oops. Vicky Washington. Greetings, everyone. Hey, Doris. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? Yes, people. Let's have like a damn tee hee hee. We've all been cooped up in our damn houses. We've all been cooped up in the house too long. I think I'm gonna have cabin fever. Faye, hey, sweetheart. Hey, La Galore's in the house. Hey. Yes. So, people, it's just one of those things. Inside out. Good evening. Happy to see you in a weird kind of I don't see you, but you know what I mean by that, okay? Inside Out is in the house. Lala Galore is in the house. Lauren is in the house. Vicky, Doris, CR, thank you. Welcome back. No, welcome you back. Thank you for welcoming me. I welcome you. Hey, Tori. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? So yeah, people, this is like a Q&A what the hey Sunday. All right, this is what this is going to be about because what the hell do we have to talk about? Thank you. I wanted to do something like, Sheen had makeup on the entire week, right? She's been in the house the whole time. But I was like, I want to put some makeup on today. I don't want to scare you. I don't. It's not good. I don't want to scare you. Eggy Dutsy. Hi. Hey girly. Hey. So yes, I don't want to scare the children today. So thank you. So yeah, people, it's like one of those. I mean, are you all cooped up in the house? Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like we can't leave. We're all cooped up in the house. What do we do? What do we do? Oh, help me. Oh my goodness. What have you guys been doing in terms of like living life in the sea world? What have you been doing? I have been I've been cleaning out the kitchen cupboards. Um, yeah, man, just cleaning out cupboards and rearranging things. I want to know what people are doing to keep up their skills if they are not seeing clients. I hear you, Doris. Hey, Solange. Hello, sweetheart. Yeah, I mean, if you're fortunate enough to have somebody in your house who would allow you to practice on them, that would be a good thing. But also, there are things that you can do. I mean, you can print out a face chart, go over color theory. You can do so much. There's a lot to do. Um, and so it's not like you're sitting there like going, there's a lot to do. So I guess maybe we can. I don't have anything written down, but off the top of my head, there are many things that we all can do makeup related. Oops, I cooked something. We can all do something makeup related, career wise. I mean, we may all be stuck in the damn house, but the computer's still up, and there's a lot of research that needs to be done, and a lot of you should be looking up uh, read assisting rules inside out. I love you. I love you. Yeah, read assisting rules. Like for real. I was actually gonna post that later. Like you should be reading. Like you should be reading assisting rules. You should be. This is downtime. This is perfect time for all of us to be doing something proactive, within our careers that perhaps we're not practicing all the time, but there's a lot to do. There's an awful lot to do. And you have the internet at your disposal. So you might as well just sit in front of the computer and do something, instead of twiddling and twaddling them thumbs around. But yeah, I do agree. Read assisting rules if you want to be an assistant. It is the premier and the only book, okay, on assisting, and it's important. That's the first step, really, for a lot of us is to, especially if you're in beauty and fashion and little commercial print and things like that. It's important that you get your assisting job down. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, inside out. I like the lob. I like it. I like that little, let me toss Deshawn a little thing. Yes. Yes, read assisting rules. Rachel Lisa, hello, Rachel. Hello. So yeah, so I mean, like, what are you doing? So, like I said, if you have no one to practice on, I know it's difficult, to say practice on yourself. But when I was a newbie, I practiced on myself. I would change my coloring. I would literally go in there and pull out makeup and make myself completely as dark as I possibly could and start doing makeup on my face. I would do that because I had nobody to practice on. You could practice things like eyebrows, taking the eyebrows out. I do that from time to time in the middle of the night. Then the boyfriend wakes up and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then he goes, "Okay, I know what she's doing." And then he just kind of goes back to bed. A lot of times you will find in the middle of the night, Sean has taken out her eyebrows just because she just wants to try to take out eyebrows. And since I have like dense hair, it's always fun to get them to smooth down perfectly. But you guys can do that. There's a lot of things that you can practice. There's a lot of things you guys can be practicing. I'm learning how to set up my social media to be more effective. It needs work. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even I'm gonna go over my assisting rules site because that's going to probably be my premier, the number one site for me. And I'm going to move over some pictures, some of my own personal work, and it's probably going to be more like a Deshawn Hatcher slash assisting rules site because I have too many sites, and it's like I'm spending not a fortune every month, but it just it seems like certain things that we can go over, like disposable income. Like, how when we sign up for a lot of these things, $10 a month, $5 a month, this thousand a month, and then you don't realize that you're paying all this kind of money a month. And I've realized that I have like 3 or 4 sites that I'm not even using, you know what I'm saying, that need to kind of be consolidated. So maybe if you have like things that can be consolidated, you need to work on that. At IMATS last year, I actually picked up Sanitation Conversations Kit, serious lifesaver. They teach you how to deal with sanitizing everything and give you disposables for 200 clients to start. Lauren, I actually love, in fact, it's in the living room. What she's talking about is this company called, she just said it, Sanitation Conversation. And it has a plethora, it's like a cute little bag full of alcohol, and they have their own brush cleaner. It's just like a cute little, like a cute little plastic bag that they give, Uh, and I think in this day and age, I always think it's useful, and I love the fact that they have this. Oh God, you guys know I can't, like, oh help me, Jesus. Because I want to be so supportive and I feel so bad not being supportive, but I want to be supportive because it's a good idea. And I love it. I think it's a great idea. Okay, so I'll say, oh Lord help me. My only problem with the whole sanitation conversation thing is the certification that they want you to do through them before you're allowed to even buy the stuff from them. Let me clarify. Okay, so Lauren and I have this cute little satchel of cleansing, cleaning your station kind of thing from Sanitation Conversation. That is fantastic. I love the idea. In fact, this past, no, a month ago, I reached out to them and was like, hey, I can't seem to find the thing that you gave me because I wanted to promote it to you guys so you guys can just have it, but I couldn't find it. And so the reason why I couldn't find it is because they want you to go through this big class of being certified through them. And you know how I feel about certifications from, you know what I'm saying. So I have a hard time with saying rah, rah, rah. I can go rah, but I can't rah, rah because I have a hard time believing in sanitation. I mean, in certificates from random folks. I just have a hard time telling you to run out and get certified. And it's costly, by the way. It's not like you just, you sign up and you take, a course and you don't get what I'm saying. It's not cheap to be certified by this company. And again, what does certification mean? And so that is my dilemma. I love the product. I love the idea of it. I love it. But I just wish they just sell the shit and let people just get certified if they want, and if they don't want to. That's my only thing. Because quite frankly, I sound like what's his name? Mr. Wonderful. I hate to sound like Mr. Wonderful. I hate to sound like Mr. Wonderful. But there's nothing really proprietary in that kit that they gave out. It's just, in other words, it's just alcohol. It's brush cleaner. It's a couple of cotton swabs, and but it's nicely put together. But again, it's nothing proprietary. Nothing like we can't do it ourselves. And so that's another issue I have. I think it's a great idea, and I really wish they would just sell it to you. But now you got to go through like a month's worth of classes with them. That costs money. Then you have to be certified, and then when you get certified, is the only time that you can buy the products from them. But it's alcohol and it's brush cleaner. You get what I'm saying? So on one hand, I love it. On the other hand, I'm like, oh. So there's my sermon. Okay. Okay, Solange. While I am not working, I need water. While I am not working, let me see. Where am I? While I'm not working, I'm reading and watching some videos and taking some extra information. Yes, please start to give me a second, guys. I'm losing my voice for some reason. I want to make a disclaimer, please, or maybe it's a plea to you beautiful people. If you're going to learn, please learn from people who know what the hell they're talking about. I'm not talking about just me. There's a plethora of professionals on the U and the Tube. If you're going to learn on the U and the Tube, stay away from these influencers. I'm begging. I'm so begging so hard. If you want to look at influencers for a tea and a he, that's one thing. I look at influencers. Last night we found one. She was doing her own makeup, and she had us in here rolling. She was so funny. But I'm sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. Like I'm putting get my foot rest. But whoops, a lot of times you guys are learning from people on the U and the Tube that suck. Okay, they have the worst sanitation practices. They don't match foundation colors. They do all these wackadoo damn things. And it might look right to you because you don't know what right is right now. And if you're going to learn on your own, right, which you should, please, I beg of you. I'm begging. Please stop learning from these YouTubers. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. That's all I have to say. Camille, hello, Camille. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Deshawn. Those of us who are state licensed are tested on sanitation for our licenses. I really recommend people get their license. I do too. I don't have a license, to be honest. I don't have one, but I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it more and more and more because each state is different. Each state requires something. So God forbid if you move or anything, you run the risk of not being able to work. A license, the whole point of a license technically would be, so I'm not going to say it's a blanket type thing, but because there's some states you don't need a license at all. But I'm just going to say that the license is more like a carte blanche, as we used to say back in the day. I don't know if they still have that card, but it's just like, it just allows you to work wherever you want to work. Whereas not having your license, you got to pick and choose. You might have to turn down some gigs and all these little things. So being licensed really will open the doors for you in terms of work, except during this time. That's all I have to say. Let me see. Solange, not an apologist of influence. I've never see no one sanitizing their products or take Solange. Listen, the boyfriend was listening to church today because he can't go out, and Let's take it to church. Can I get an amen? Can we give Solange an amen? Because they don't have, I mean, not all, of course, I'm not going to say all because they're, oh, but a lot of them just don't have sanitation practices. Taking your long nail that you have bedazzled with jewelry and such and sticking it into moisturizer and put it on your client's face is not sanitary. You get what I'm saying? They don't, I mean, most of the people I see do not practice sanitation. That's just straight up. They don't. And because, quite frankly, I don't practice sanitation on my stuff when I'm in for me personally. And I think that's the problem. It's like you'll see them and you'll see what they do, but it doesn't translate to working. See, working people have to do things differently. When we're home and we got our crap, who cares? You know what I mean? But when I'm working, I care. I have to be real careful. So that's the problem. You're looking at people who aren't professionals. You're looking at people who like to do makeup and like to put makeup on themselves, but they're not doing it like we need to do it. And so when you look at them, I've seen some of the most disgusting kits from these girls, and I say girls because I mostly follow girls. And their makeup is disgusting, and they're like and then they're like putting their makeup on people. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Please do not follow these types of people. You shouldn't be following people. And once you see somebody, honestly, can we just be real? Once you see somebody with some nasty ass habits, you shouldn't be watching them. You shouldn't be following them. The minute somebody spits on their brush, like the girl last night, she was doing her own makeup and she made a point of saying over and over again, I am not a makeup artist. This is just me doing my thing. So I said, I like her. But she literally took her brush and like, and I was like, oh Lord, but it's her own face she's doing. You understand what I'm saying? So the minute you see funkiness from these people, please turn the channel. Please unsubscribe. Unsubscribe unless they give you a T and a he. Please unsubscribe because they're nasty. Okay? Doris, thank you. Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Doris, my amen. I'm telling you, it's disgusting. And the brush is full of powder and foundation. Exactly. All dirty. And they put on the product and take more. And then they put so much on. And then, Jordan Liberty, just the other day, was so cute. He did a live. I was home because I had nothing to do. So he did a live. And he's talking about how nasty these influencers are and how you have to be careful. You're you're learning from the wrong people. So you just have to be careful. Trisha, I saw Bobby Brown blowing her brush and I was physically ill. Bobby Brown, master makeup artist, she will not stop blowing on her brush. She just did it not too long ago. And I was like, girl, stop blowing on your damn brush. It's disgusting. Oh my God. Hi, Deshawn. Hey, QBC143. I've missed so many of your lives the past couple months. So happy to tune in tonight. Well, welcome, QBC143. I love that. So, child, stop learning from them people. The minute you see nasty, you turn off, you turn it off, turn it off. That's what you do. Okay. Don't participate. Don't encourage nastiness. Don't encourage the nasty because you know what I'm saying? It's just not cool. And then don't forget, see, this is the problem with the you and the tube is that, we'll look at somebody for shits and giggles. And then all of a sudden that influencer, that you and a tuber suddenly gets a job that a real makeup artist should have gotten. Why? Because we follow people who have nasty ass practices. Literally, like we have at least another week or two to be sitting in our houses, and I'm telling you now, I'm going through my subscription list and I'm starting to just delete myself off of a lot of stuff because I'm like, I'm not watching it, and two, are they nasty? Are they nasty? Are they teaching? Are they teaching other people the wrong thing? If they're teaching other people the wrong thing, that's another reason to get rid of them. Anybody you see on here that is just gives the wrong information. Some girl was on here talking about I palletize my stuff. Palletize. What is that word? Palletize. You understand what I'm saying, people? Listen, y'all can have a tea and a he, but if you're taking education from this thing seriously, there are a lot of people on here who do it right. So please start following people who do it right. That's all. I'm sorry. That's all. Artist in Alchemy. Hello. I can see my soul leaving my body. What is leaving your body? Oh, yep, Solange, me too. Solange, what did you say? What did you say? Hold up now. Hold up now. Solange just said something that take my soul away. Soul. All dirty and they put on the product to take more product. Uh-oh. She said I feel my soul. I feel my soul leaving my body. Good. That took a shit out of me. Okay. Oh my God. Which YouTubers do you like and watch and why? Why I like to watch Deshawn Hatcher. Did you get that? Did you get that? Did you get that? I love, I mean, my all time favorite, honestly, is Lisa Eldridge. She can't really, she doesn't do anything wrong. Like, yeah, in my eyes, she she doesn't do anything wrong. Nothing. She's the queen of YouTube for me. So Lisa Eldridge is a really good person. You know, I have to compile a list for you guys, and I'll come up with maybe 5 or 6 people that I really like. Um, I would say Charlotte Tilbury, but she's so busy now pushing um, her own makeup, so it's kind of hard to tell you, you know, to follow Charlotte. But she has some. There's a lot of like really. You might have to go back years in terms of like they were on here, now they're off, or I found them. Um, there's another girl. Yeah, I'll compile a list of the ones I like because, like I said, I'm going through my subscriptions now, and I have too many. Like I have way too many, and I really would like to narrow it down for me personally. So I when I see it, I will let you guys know, and I'll put up on the community board so you guys to see who I like and who I follow and who I think. But Lisa Eldridge, hands down, number one. Hello, queen of the YouTube. That's all I have to say. Oh, Angie D Batista is, yeah, I like her channel too. I'm not subscribed to her channel. Um, I'm not subscribed to her. Okay, I'm just gonna let this go. I'm like, cause you know, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm just not subscribed to her channel, but I do as a fellow makeup artist. I think she's good. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Help me, Jesus. It's a makeup artist on YouTube that I cannot watch because she not only heavily rests her hand on a client's heads, but she also uses liquid line applicators straight from the bottle on each client. Who's that? QBC143. Who would that be? Um, who would that be? Tell me. I don't know who you're talking about. Um, uh, the skin guy is here. The skin guy is here. Why is it that brands get their own line and then they think they can only talk about their own stuff? There's enough pie for everybody. Well, I mean, because it's their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, Charlotte is in she used to talk about other people's things and now she has a business that she needs to push. I'm not mad at her over that or anything. She's a businesswoman. She's pushing her. She aight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really upset about it, but I know what you mean. But like I said, she has a full line of makeup. I ain't mad. Yeah. QB with the Kiki Adams. I have no idea who Kiki Adams is. I have no idea. Her work is beautiful, but her practices are a bit her practices are a bit trifling. If her practices are a bit trifling, then why you didn't stop watching her? Sorry, Kiki Adams, but just stop watching Kiki Adams. Stop watching Kiki Adams. If you start seeing people go and all this stuff, stop watching. Just stop watching. Stop giving your vibe to people who are trifling and nasty. How's that? Isn't she? This skin guy. Isn't she a riot? She's a riot. She's a riot. That was funny. So yeah, there's a whole, like I said, there's I mean, I'm on YouTube too much. But I'm not on YouTube. Honestly, I stopped looking at a lot of makeup. YouTube is like an escape now for me. It's like, you know how like Pinterest is an escape? You know, you go on Pinterest and you sit there and you click, oh, I like that. Click, 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 click. You know, it's the same thing for me. It's like I get to look at the things that I actually enjoy that has nothing to do with makeup. So I love, like, I'm back into getting into cooking again, and I love cooking, and I love interior design and things like that. So I tend to not watch makeup that much anymore, and I watch a lot more things other than what we do, because you know what, because it is hard to find professional makeup artists on here, and it is hard to find people who do it right all the way through. And I'm tired of going, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of looking at people with a million followers jack up somebody's face. I'm just tired of it. And I'm also tired of this. Lord, there's a rant coming, okay? And I'm also tired of watching Black women mess up Black women's makeup. There, I said it. I said it. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over the I can't match anybody's face. I'm just over it. I'm just kind of over the YouTube makeup scene. And I mean, Lord, I tell you, this is how much I don't really watch makeup on here anymore, because the boyfriend's got me looking at like train rides. Like, what the fuck, train rides? But it's interesting. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll look at this. I look at anything but makeup on here because it's just downright horrible. It's downright horrible. I said it. Black women are jacking up Black women. I said it. Sorry. So hey, hi Deshawn, hoping you and everyone is staying safe indoors during this crisis. I am fine. I've been in the house for a long time. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm pretty sure these lovely people are stuck inside as well. Yeah, I hate to say, but I think that makeup has become a big trend. It is trendy inside out. It's very trendy. And there's nothing wrong with a trend, but the trend of just painting people the wrong colors is really starting to really bother me. So like I say, there's a lot of people on here, like I can't remember their names. Like I said, I have to look them up. Like there's just a guy from Israel, I believe, and there's another guy from crap, I can't remember where he's from. And they do beautiful makeup. But my other pet peeve with people who can do beautiful makeup is, what do? They filter their shit out of it. And so all of a sudden you see a clean face and they start off without a filter. And then all of a sudden, towards the end, all of a sudden this filter comes on. And I'm like, why? Why are you filtering your work like that? So that's another problem. So you have professional people, but now they're overusing these filters. And it's all so frustrating to me. It's just frustrating. So it's very, very difficult for me to sit here and watch mostly anybody on YouTube anymore because of the trickery. And because I know of the trickery, I know of the filters, I know when they put the filter on, I know when they change the lighting, I can see it. And I know a lot of people can't, but I can see it. And I'm like, damn it, man, why'd you do that? So it's all that. And then on top of it, like a lot of these, and they do beautiful work, but they'll take a girl who's pale and then they put this yellow makeup all over her. Foundation's just all over her ears. Oh, we've got to match her neck. And then they take the same color and they'll put all over her damn face and then just bring it down here. And I'm like, that's not matching her neck. So there's issues. Sean has an issue with all of what I'm seeing, because there are some people out here who do beautiful makeup, but their practices, the post work that they do in their video work is annoying. I don't have, I mean, I'm not bragging, but I don't have any filters on my work. What you see is what you get. And there's no filters whatsoever on my work. What it is a jacked up camera. Because all those videos, I use my iPhone to do that. It may be a jacked up camera, but it is just a hot ass mess. So that's another thing that I have to kind of, again, I'd rather look at cooking and do some more cooking things. I think we should do a top 20 of nasty to be YouTube. That's a lot. Yeah, I hate to say it, but I hate that makeup has become a trend inside out. Suddenly everyone is doing makeup tutorials. But see, this is the point. Like, yeah, everybody is, but why are you looking? I asked myself that the other day. I was looking at somebody and I was getting heated. I was getting heated Ted. Okay. Like I was getting heated in here and cursing like a sailor. I was like, what the fuck? What is she doing? Da, da, da. I was having a meltdown. This black lady that's in London, and she does she does hair and makeup, and it's horrible. It's god awful. It's god awful. I said it. It's god awful. But she's got like 2 million views of video, and I'm like, I'm not participating in this game of bullshit no more. I'm not. I don't want to watch this anymore. It's insulting to me. It's one thing if you enjoy makeup, that's fun, but please learn how to do the fundamentals. The fundamentals are important as well. Not just that you can slap any old color on anybody and present what looks like a pretty face when it, oh, child, please don't get me started. Lord Jesus, help me, Lord Jesus. I can't take it. Oh, she's back. Luli, girl, you know how I am. Luli. Oh my God. Every week I have such a hard time with your name. Something I've noticed is that Black women makeup on Instagram looks a lot heavier and drag like than what I see on white women. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Of course we do. We see it. It's a beat. It's called a beating. It's a beat. And it's too much of a beat for me. And it really starts to really grate on my nerves. I love Black women. I'm a Black woman. My mama a Black woman. And I have a lot of Black women friends, okay? But I don't know what's happening in makeup with Black people. It's starting to really, it's starting to bother me in a very strange way. If they took Sam Fine's work, they took Reggie Wells' work, and they bastardized it. And then this is what you get. And it's a mess. So I cannot disagree. Oh, and the highlighter in the nose, girl. You have a big nose. Why do you build a free? Oh, she said a freeway. She said, why do you build a freeway? Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my nose. Oh, I can't. Yeah, like I said, you know what this government imposed isolation that we have going, it just tells me I don't want to spend my time wasting away watching horrible makeup. I am kind of over it. I think I used to kind of just ignore a lot of it and just go, they're not professional. I'm not upset. But when you see the train, because basically what's happening is the problem with the U and the tube is that you have people standing up here going, and this is what you do. Instead of doing what this lady did last night, which was, listen, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just doing me. I'm just doing my face. They want to present themselves as professionals in their own way. They want to present themselves as experts in their own ways. And you're not, because you don't know what the hell you're doing. And so that's the problem. And I'm tired of watching YouTube and getting really agitated, like cursing at the screen, agitated. So that's what I'm talking about. It's too much. Oh, yes. And somebody mentioned the eyelashes are popping and all of that. And some of it is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. If you guys do the lashes are popping, and I don't care. And all of the eye colors, some of that's really pretty, but can you please match the foundation? That's all I'm asking for. Can you just get the foundation right? That's what I want from you. You can do all the extra accoutrement and then I would be fine. But there's so many on here that does not match. And they don't know what they're doing, and they're putting on the wrong colors, or they're putting on a color corrector to put foundation on top of it, then to put a concealer on top of the color corrector, then they put the powder on top, then they put 4 or 5 different colors of powder. I can't. It's just like, y'all, the reason why the cosmetic companies go to them, the reason why makeup artists are not getting one, what we would say the respect, and 2, the products, is because we don't use products in that manner. And what I mean by that is we don't pile on the makeup. So therefore, if I'm going to teach a beauty thing, I'm going to use way less product than these influencers. So that's the difference, is they are looking at an influencer, realizing that they are really using up the amounts of makeup. And so they make more money because you can literally go through a whole bottle of foundation in a month and you got to run out and buy another one. Whereas if I did it, you would have that bottle of foundation for at least 3 or 4 months. So it doesn't behoove them to pay us any attention, because we're not going to make them as much money as an influencer, because the influencers don't know what they're doing. Because if you've ever seen an influencer up close and personal in person, that's all I gotta say. Wait a minute. I gotta show. The skin guy said, harassing my eyes with this badass makeup. Oh my God. Oh, the Ark and the Covenant of Beauty is here. Hey, Deshawn. It's Rainbow Marie, aka the Ark is in. Hello, sweetheart. The house. I just saw it. Oh my God. Yeah, Trish, I'd rather watch the Barefoot Contestant myself. I'm a Black woman. I just like pretty makeup. It's wild to me that none of my clients are African. My makeup style doesn't appeal to the super beat. No, and it's not going to. My makeup doesn't appeal to the super beat either. And it's okay. See, this is the problem. It's like, I keep talking about this. We talk about this a lot where people say, "Oh, Deshawn, everybody wants the beat." Everybody doesn't want the beat. I've said this to you guys 1,000,005 times. There are people everywhere who don't want that beat, and you have to find them. They are out there. There's more women who don't want that beat than there are women who want that beat. That's a trend. See, this is what you guys keep saying. It's a trend. And you have to start looking at it, like you just said, a trend. And what happens to trends are they end and they move on, right? But clean makeup, again, if you look at the red carpet, clean makeup stays. Clean makeup, something that actually matches your chest, and that stuff stays. So I want you guys to get out of, the beating all the time, because it's more women that don't have the beat than do. Dusty and Trisha, Dusty encrusted. Dusty encrusted. EL or L 1977. Oh, EL 1977. I have a cacophony. I have a cacophony of lip products on tonight because I couldn't figure out what color I wanted. But as you guys always ask me, what is on your mouth? So it's Graftobian. It's this palette. This is the what is this? Oh crap. This is the blush palette. I like the blush. I actually like the blush palette for lipstick. I know. Yeah, but this is the blush palette I like to use. And so I popped the blush palette color. What color is this? This is something I grabbed. I was going to use another color. Then at the last minute, I completely changed my mind. Can you see that? See, it's so interesting because on this camera, it's coming out kind of orangey, but it's actually pink. So I use this a lot, like as somewhat as a neutral, but this is the blush palette. And then I had this other one, and I think I just started using, yeah, I like the red lip palette a lot too. It's another one of my favorites. This, as you can tell, I use the reds way more than I use this one, but this one is really pretty. I love this one as well. So I use that, but that was just like, I was looking for another color, and I keep forgetting it's in my closet, and help me, Jesus. So yes, so that's what it is. It's Graftobian. Let me see. Oh, wait. Y'all are flying tonight. Lori. Hi, Lori. Lori made it. Can we say, hey, Lori, welcome, girl. She made it. I can tell you now, I have a mate that is at Instagram artist 500,000. And I can tell you now, her makeup in person was absolutely crazy. Mm-hmm. I hear you, Luan X. I hear you. Jay Harvey. You're so right. Not everybody wants a drag beat. I used to work at a major makeup store, and 80% of women want a simple, soft makeup. Jay Harvey, tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Just because you are around people who have that funk on their face, I'm telling you, not everybody wants that. I'm telling you. You letting the okie doke fool you. Don't let people fool you. Don't let what you see in your inner circle fool you. You have to look outside yourselves. You really do. I'm going to go back. See, hey, so many influencers make tutorials where the eyes alone have like 10 steps. And I'm just like, what? I could have gotten there so much faster by doing X and Y and done exactly. And that is why makeup companies don't want nothing to do with us. They don't want anything to do with us because we don't use that amount of makeup. That is why they have stopped supporting us, because all they see are dollar signs. They're not loyal to makeup artists, they're loyal to the dollar. And that is why you see these influencers get a whole crap load of Tom Ford, a whole crap load, the whole Estee Lauder line. They get all of it because they know that they're going to use it up within a matter of a month. And then they know that the people who watch them are going to use it up within a matter of a month and run back and spend more money. They know that. They know that. I'm reading y'all. Message trunk retracted. I don't know why. That means you must have taken it away. A lot of my clients are 18 to 30 and they want the beat. So I have to go out and get my own models to test with. Yeah. La galore. Yes. Yes. The funk on their face. Yes, child. MOU Records, new music alert. Brother man, I'm all for you, but this is a makeup channel. So bye. Here we go. Now, if he just contributed to the makeup conversation, like the people in the music industry that I see, the girls, and by the way, I got some music for you, I'd have been like, you know what, we are cool. But he didn't do that. So he had to go. Okay. This is what happens. This is what happens. Participate. MOU, participate. Then you can come on and push your shit, but you got to participate in the content. Make it seem like you care. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I always tell people who get their makeup done by MAC, they always look like drag queens. I get compliments on my makeup because I don't look like divine when I go to work. Exactly. Most of the time, really what happens is, most of the time, I'm not going to say all the time, I'm going to say most of the time. Most of the time, people are attracted to their makeup artist for the look. And what I mean by that is, most people will come to me because I'll look at my makeup and they'll say, oh, I like her makeup. I'll go to her. We are our own billboard. We are a walking billboard. If you're a beatour and you like to beat your face and you like them lashes popping, then you might probably attract people like that. Even if your aesthetic in your head, the way you work is clean, you're giving a signal to people that says, I like a beat. You understand what I'm saying? Not all of you, but some, that's all. You have to think about this as your canvas, but it's also, you have to think about it as advertisement. You're advertising the style of makeup that you're doing in a weird way. You understand? How often are you replacing cream foundations with this virus going around? Should we be replacing sooner? No, I'm not gonna go buck. I'll tell you, okay, stick to cream for a minute. I'm normally 99.99. Now it's gonna be 100% of the time. I normally just, because my kid is not here, I normally go into it and take the steel, the spatula and the palette and dig into it and take it out and put the stuff away. So I'm not double dipping into it or anything. Like I said, my personal foundation palette looks like it has been mugged and ransacked, thrown off an airplane, came back and landed on my table. That's just mine. But my professional one is extremely neat and clean. And that I use a spatula and a steel palette when I work with my makeup. So no, do I need to throw out my makeup? No, because nobody else's makeup gets on there. I tell you what I will be doing from now on is, I remember a while ago somebody had asked me, do I disinfect my eyeshadows? And because for years I followed the advice of a very amazing makeup artist who said you didn't have to do that because powders cannot carry germs, right? But seeing how we all have to be extremely vigilant, I have taken upon myself to go back in and clean and spray everything, eyeshadows and everything down. And now going forward, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the eyeshadows that I will be using and I will scrape it out and I will use it off the palette instead of dipping into my, you know how we normally do. You know how we do. So instead of doing it that way, I will definitely be scraping the makeup off and doing it that way. And for pencils and stuff, I don't see anything with the pencil. I don't understand the pencil because all you have to do is just people go crazy, and I get it. And I'm never going to say don't go crazy, especially for now, where they what do they do with it? They take the alcohol, they wipe the alcohol on the pencil, then they sharpen. They do all these things, and I was always taught that as long as you are sharpening that joint off, basically you break the tip and then you sharpen it. All of that gets cleaned away. But I do disinfect my pencil sharpeners. I do that. I do take Cinema Secrets. I do, and I don't. Do I have it over here? Do I have it over here? No. Do I have it up here? No, it's in the kitchen or somewhere. I have these IKEA at one point. I don't know if they still do. I haven't been in IKEA in years, but IKEA had these little votives that hold candles. They were like $1 a piece, and I brought like 12 of them because I was using them for candles. And then I realized that if I just took Cinema Secrets and poured it in there, and then just put the pencil sharpeners in there and let them just percolate. I just let them sit. Sometimes they could sit overnight. I don't care. And I just let them sit in the Cinema Secrets and disinfect. And then I just go rinse it off, and then I put it back in my kit. So you should be cleaning your pencil sharpeners as well. But I do disinfect my pencil sharpeners. But I soak my pencil sharpeners. I don't just wipe. Because they get gunky, and it's annoying, and I hate gunky freaking pencil sharpeners and stuff. So I just tend to do that. Yeah. I think honestly, Trisha, I think there are some things that I'm probably gonna look at differently now and see if I want to keep it. I was just thinking, it's so funny you mentioned this because I was thinking that let me go through my kit one more time and see if there's anything that's going to skeeve me the F out. And if anything that I look at and go, then I will just take out and replace. See, I'm fortunate. I have a crap load of makeup that, it's easy for me to say, oh, yeah, just throw that out and buy yourself a new palette for $100. It's easy for me because I have it. All I have to do is go into the closet and grab and replace. Some people are not like that. So you might have to, for people who don't have that, then you might have to just scrape off the tops, like scrape it off and then spray it down, and then you can use it. You know what I mean? But I don't think you have to like go buck wild crazy and throw things out. But if you have something in your kit that gives you the heaves, like all of a sudden you're saying to yourself, just the other day before this virus kicked in, I used it like this. And now I'm using it, I don't know if I want to use that like that anymore. You get what I'm saying? You just have to think whatever's heaving you, whatever's scheming you out. You have to think about that. Inside Out. I was heartbroken. I love that powder. I don't know what powder you're talking about. Oh, Urban Decay discontinued that powder. If you talk about that foundation powder that I love so much that I could die and cry over, I was so upset. I hoard it. It's in the closet. It went from being in my kit all the time, every day, to oh hell no, I'm not using this powder up. It's in the closet. You cannot make me use it. It's under special lock and key. I will not. Just sharpen it and keep the lighter in your kit and burn the germs away. You're talking about the pencil, right? A lot of people don't light, you can't light, you can. It's a cold pencil. You can. No, I know what you're saying, but just to be on the safe side, and also don't forget you're taking the sharpener, and it's just like very much like in cooking. You have to be real careful about cross contamination, and sometimes we don't think about the pencil sharpener having funk in it. You just sharpened it, and back in the day when I was growing up, they said that was enough for the pencil itself. But you have to realize that a lot of the advice that we get in terms of makeup, right? We have to remember this. A lot of the things that people tell us are from old school, regular consumer shite. unless somebody spits in your makeup in terms of powder, it's safe. That's because back in the day when you're dealing with your own stuff, that's, you see what I'm saying? That's very consumer driven. That's the consumer-esque advice. Even I had to break my habit. Even this year, I was like, Deshawn, that's consumer shit. That's not professional. And so even I was like, you have to do a little bit differently, because you're thinking more of a consumer and you're not thinking more of a professional makeup artist. And I think I said this before, we have to start thinking more like professionals. And all of that stuff that we read in Allure magazine, which I think is a trash magazine, by the way, but the stuff that you read in Allure and Glamour, da, 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 they're not meant for us. They're meant for the public. We are not part of the public. We are professionals. There's a difference. So we have to treat our stuff differently. See, all that cleaning out your kit, it's just different. It's just a different world that we are in terms of being pros versus when I'm a consumer. Like I said, my foundation palette, my personal foundation palette is a hot ass mess, but my professional one is clean. You can eat off of it. So that's what I'm saying. There's a difference, and we have to start thinking more like a professional and thinking about how we handle. And remember, we're dealing with so many different people. On any given day, we could be working on, oh geez, I think the most I've ever worked on by myself was 13 people. Now, what consumer is going to tell you they have worked on 13 individuals? Nobody. So we have to really stop looking at all the stupid advice that they want to give women, and look at it more from the professional side. My concern is bacteria. Exactly. We have to think about things that I mean, I know that women in general have to think about, but we really have to think about it because we could be passing along things to other people. If somebody has herpes, you have to be careful with that. You have to be careful with a lot of things, whereas consumers don't really think that way. Lou, girl, you're gonna have to hyphenate, not hyphenate, but hyphenetically. How do you say that? Spell your name for me. I say your name in 15,000 different ways. I would like your opinion. I have loads of new lipsticks that I have worn once, maybe twice. Okay. A fellow artist said I could simply sanitize them and put them in my kit. What do you think? That I would say, if you have a lipstick, I would definitely say cut the top part. Let me see if I have a lipstick over here. I would cut here. I would so this one right here, right? Let me see. So let's say if I went right, then I would just I wanted to use this. I would literally cut that top part off, clean it, obviously sanitize. Now remember, we are professionals. So it's not just about this, it's about the whole thing. Sanitize this whole thing, cut that joint off that you just used, put it away on the side or something, and then you can then go and cut some more off and put it inside your kit. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I would do. I wouldn't say, no, you can't use it. It depends on how nasty you are with your lip. It depends on how you go buck wild crazy. Like if you want them crazy people with the lipsticks and the thing is all bent and weird looking, I would not use it. But if it's pretty clean and new, I don't see, like, this is barely used. So I would just literally I would literally just come in here and just cut, I'll just mark it up. What the hell? There we go. I would maybe take the tip off and then go underneath the tip and then use, put it in my kit. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to throw everything out. No. But if it's like something like this, like these things, I would say when you have something like this, you have to be careful because these are harder. I find these are harder to clean. These are easier to me than these because you're dipping and diving and it's just like a little pot. So these are the types of things, like I would not take this and use it on somebody else. No, I would not do that. But would I take this? Yes. I'm not working directly from the bullet. I'm not working. We see makeup artists a lot of times on YouTube use the bullet and they go directly. I wouldn't do that nowadays because, again, nowadays you have to be careful of this funky virus. So you have to be extra with everything. You have to be extra, And again, I said it last week. It's the perception of your client. You have to make sure your client is comfortable. And if they see that you're doing funkiness, they're gonna look at you funny. They're gonna say, "What are you doing? I don't want that." You understand? It's also the perception of your client. You might think it's fine, but you have to gauge how your client is feeling in your chair whenever we get the chance to work on somebody again. I don't think, no, I don't think the bacteria is penetrating. In other words, you've used this for, I mean, it takes a long time to use up a lipstick. I mean, we are real with that. So I'm going to say that if you cut off enough of it, you should be able to continue to use it on other people. Again, you're going to clean it, you're going to wipe it with alcohol, you can do all these things, wipe down this thing here. I think you should be able to use it. But you don't like go in right after you've done it and then cut it and then use it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Make sure you understand. Make sure I understand it. You understand what I'm saying. That's all. Yes. Okay. Cool. 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 Hey, Shanice. Hey, sweetheart. Yes, we do. Amanda. Hey, Amanda. Yes, we do. We have to inform clients and consumers on the daily. We have to. We have to be the experts. We cannot allow Allure magazine and Glamour and the such be the experts anymore. We're the ones with the knowledge. We're the ones who should be informing our clients. We're the ones who should be informing our clients that something has been misinterpreted or is wrong, you know, when they read about things. You know, again, we keep looking at things sometimes, I would say, more based off of the consumer part of beauty instead of looking at it for the professional side, you know. Simone, hey honey. Tori, oh, I think they're talking about the face powder. Urban Decay had the Naked Skin foundation powder. I believe that's what they're talking about. So that's what I think they're talking about. You spray 70% alcohol, then sharpen and spray again before a cap goes on. Yeah, but a lot of people, like I said, you got to clean your caps. Does anybody clean their caps? I soak my caps in Cinnamon Secrets. This is what I'm saying. Like, you know, I mean, I know that's like, Deshawn, what is that? But I do. I tend to use Cinnamon Secrets for a lot of stuff. I can't help it because it cleans everything, god dang on it. But are you cleaning your caps? Are you cleaning this? You know what I mean? Like if you could, Dr. Oz, I had come up with the strangest analogies I know, but Dr. Oz, many moons ago on one of his shows, he was showing us the art form of cutting into a melon. It sounds strange. And he put it under blue light. And so when he cut into the melon, you could see where the bacteria from the outside, or the what was it? The pesticides, excuse me, from the outside of it kind of got into it when we cut into this melon. And then when you want to recut into the melon, it kept transferring. And he was making a point at I think that show was like, clean your melons. All right. That's what he was saying. And that's all I'm saying. It's like the more visual we can be, especially now, the kit just has got to be, it has got to be spotless. If you're constantly using, the pencil, right? Clean the cap. A lot of people don't even bother to clean the cap. I clean the cap. I take a wad of these caps. I take them out of my kit. I soak them in Cinnamon Secrets, clean them, rinse them off, and put them back on. People don't do that. I can get anal retentive. I know it's ridiculous, but I can't get anal about it. But you know, you have to think of all of that. You have to think of all of it. You understand? You have to think of all of it. Sometimes I get so the minutia's up in her brain. Sometimes if I look into a cap and I go, ooh, what's that? Then I literally will go in there with Cinnamon Secrets and a Q-tip and start cleaning the cap out. I'm cuckoo crazy like that. So this is what I'm saying. There's dirt everywhere, and it's up to us to get rid of it. It's up to us to, it's not enough sometimes just to spray alcohol on stuff. I don't think so. I think that's a very Sephora way of looking at things. I think we have to be a lot more vigilant. We really do. Now looking at what's happening, we really got to be, I think I'm pretty clean, but wow, you really got to be super duper duper clean. You really do. Because people will, I'm telling you now, I think our job is going to be harder because people are really going to be scrutinizing us like crazy. They're going to be looking at everything. They're going to be like this. They are going to be looking hard at everything we have. If we're not clean, you might not work after this because your stuff might be a little janky. I'm telling you. I use a Q-tip with cleaner inside the lining. There we go. I need to stockpile alcohol. Yes, I can't. Nobody can find it. Alcohol has disappeared. That's another reason why I like to use Cinema Secrets. Cinema Secrets is a disinfectant, and 99.999. Let's see, 99.99999 bacteria fighting free thing. Yeah, so I love this. But also, Graftobian has a good one too that I like. I think, is this in here? I have a ton of this stuff. I have like 3 of these in the, I really use this, but since I've been working with the Graftobian people, I'm not sure if this is 99.99999, but this one has ice. This one has alcohol in it. This is Graftobian. This one has alcohol in it. We can't tell you how much alcohol is in anything. Yeah, I can't tell you it. I have to really sit down and look at the, yeah, I'd have to sit down and compare the ingredients and look up all the ingredients. Let me put this stuff back. But I seriously do pour this into a lot of stuff and then soak. It is, Shanice, it's the bomb. I can't even pronounce it. Just I'm like, is it a virucidal? That is a word I have never heard of before in my life, and that is something that I will look it up. I will look it up and I'll let you know. I've never heard of that, so I have no clue what the hell that means. Do you scrape your powder products? Sonia Russell does, and now it has me thinking. To be straight up and honest, no, I didn't know. No, I did not. Going forward, oh hell yeah, oh yeah, yeah. She gonna get back into either scraping or obviously if I have well here's yeah. So this is mine. Preface that. So see, mine is a little messy. So yes, I would go ahead and start to scrape it out, or I would go back to doing the old fashioned way, which was I have tons of Ben Nye powders in there. I would just sprinkle it out. Now is the time to maybe go back to loose powders in smaller containers and just go bloop, 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 instead of scraping stuff out all the time. You don't have to scrape. You can just get loose powders. And I don't think I have anything over here. You have loose powders and you buy those cute little containers. I love the little containers with the little sifter. And they're like that big. They're about an inch round, inch tall. And you just put powders in there and you could carry those around and they're the same thing. There's like really no difference. So think instead of like going, oh, I gotta scrape everything out, you could just get some, you can just get some loose powders. That's all. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's easy for me to say, go get something. I have that stuff in my closet. I would probably just for the sake of just not having to scrape all the time and just go like this, click, click, click. You know, for me personally, I probably would just switch back to some of those Ben Nye colors that I've had because I'm too lazy to scrape. Or if you wanted to, you could literally just break I mean, all this is pressed powder. I mean, guys understand that. It's just a pressed powder. You could literally just go break it up if you wanted to and put it inside the thing and then sprinkle. So, you know, just saying. Inglot has a lot of loose powders. Ben Nye has a lot of loose powders. Graftobian has a lot of loose powders. RCMA has a lot of loose powders. All the pro lines. I'm pro girl when it really, I like a good powder. You guys know how much I love powder. But a lot of the pro lines have powders. So you're never really gonna run out of powders. I just happen to be absolutely addicted at one point to the Ben Nye powders, those cute little ones that come in those little bottles, sifter bottles. Obsessed with them. Yes, I would scrape eyeshadows. Now I would scrape eyeshadows. I just don't, I really just don't want, how do you say? I don't want the responsibility. I don't want to, I never want to, before, no, to be honest, no. Some things, no, I wouldn't scrape it. But I had to tell you now, knowing that this virus can be like, you could take a brush, you know what I'm saying, and pass it on to somebody. It's just, it's something that unsettles me. So no, I would not be, I should say yes, I would be scraping eyeshadows and all that stuff out. Yeah. No, I haven't announced it. I have not announced it as of yet. I will announce it. You guys, the problem with you people, all right, is that every single time I make up my mind, then so Libra, but every single time I make up my mind, right? Oh, that's a good one. Then somebody else comes up with another one, and it's so Libra. Like it's just like I'm on the fence. Like we Libras, we get on a fence and we don't get off that fence. And I'm on a fence, and so there's like three of you guys that came up with three that I happen to love. But then there's like six of you guys, and it is like, damn it. So I might pick three people because I might use what you say, use what you guys have said in various different ways. You know what I'm saying? So just, I have to percolate on that. I got to percolate it out. One more minute before I pick my winners. This is too many. Y'all are really good. Listen. Y'all want to stockpile on some freaking inclusion palettes? I'm gonna have another contest. Help me say this joint, okay? That's what's gonna happen because y'all came up with some amazing things to say. Short, some of them really, really super duper short. One was really super duper catchy. One was super duper long, but I like it too. So there's a problem. So y'all had my Libra kicking in. That was bad. That was so bad. Definitely going to need this increase your speed class now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We will take a little extra time on the sanitation part. Yes, it's not really a sanitation class, but we will definitely take a lot more time on sanitation, hygiene. I will definitely make sure to we are going balls to walls on that because I just feel it's very important to it's just too important to kind of, it's a speed class, and it is a speed class, but we will be getting into that a lot because it's just, I would feel like a horrible educator if I did not go over it with a fine tooth comb. I would feel horrible. So we definitely will be going all over that. So hey, get ready and wear your sneakers, girl, because we going in. All right, we going in. We are going in. Lord, some more said, I have my hand sanitized me at all times. I'm not playing that at all. I hear you, girl. Yeah, the alcohol is disappearing. People are using witch hazel. People are using hydrogen peroxide, things like that. So, or why don't you just wash your stank ass hands? How about that? That's what I got to say about that. That's what I got to say. So let me see. I was so busy having a rant and yet another rant that I want to make sure I see that you guys were just having a tea and a he up here. So I know that Trisha just said something about that V word. You said it was like a back to. I'll look it up later, and I want to see. What about spraying the powders with alcohol? I was never really into that, but yeah. I don't think you have to saturate it to the point of craziness, but I think you should wipe it down. What I probably normally do is just wipe it down with alcohol just to clean it up. That's probably what I would do. Because like I said, this is the scraping out eyeshadows. Every now and then I'll do that. But now I realize it's just a must. It's just something that we really should do. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like the skin guy made a point. It does. It's going to mess up your the alcohol will mess up the formulation of a lot of these eyeshadows. And so that's another reason why if you start to scrape it out, then you wouldn't have to subject your stuff to alcohol all the time. I think is the point. I think that is my point. If you do the practice of scraping stuff out, then you will not have to deal with um, you will not have to deal with spraying your stuff down. It will jack up certain formulations for sure, and it will dry out a lot of different things. So that's another reason why I really wasn't big into the alcohol spray all the time. But I do, I'm not going to say it's not necessary, but I think you should scrape. Cotton balls. Yeah. Shanice, yes. You take the cotton balls and you wipe it out as well. Yes. She says, when I first started freelance, I trained with Fashion Fair. We had to use cotton balls and work off of that. That's another thing you could do. You got to be careful of the cotton balls, though. The only thing I'd say about cotton balls is it has the little particles of cotton that you could um, maybe transfer to somebody's eyes or something like that. That's the only thing. She said, "I'm Amanda." She's like, "I'm about to sprinkle some damn bare mineral shadow on this stainless steel palette." I hear you, girl. Sprinkle away, honey. Yeah, anything, guys, that you can think of that is nasty. Anything. Like I said, I have my issues with my caps. I have. That's why I'm so anal retentive about having pencils that everything has a cap to it. As soon as I lose a cap, that pencil comes out of rotation. Like I can't even deal. I can't even. When I think about a pencil without a cap in my kit, I really get physically ill. I fired an assistant because she lost like 3 of my caps, and then her attitude was like, "Yeah, it'll be all right." And I was like, "Nah, biatch, it's not gonna be all right. You just lost my pencil caps. It's your job to be on top of my kit." And I come in here and I'm like, "Where are my caps?" It's all right. You get another pencil or something. I was like, "Girl, you are fired. Not my pencil caps. Mm-mm. Mm-mm." So don't walk around here. Don't have pencil caps on your stuff too, people. Like that's not cool either. Like don't do that. So this is what I'm saying. Like you have to think about all of these weird practices, these little weird things that we might be doing. You just have to think of all that. Like a lot of times, those really cool eyeliners, the ones that look like magic markers. What are you going to do? Are you going to use those? If you're going to, like for me, if I have certain clients and I know for me, it's faster for me to do it. Like, let's say I just know it's just faster for me to do the eyeliner, with the pen. I just buy a pen, I use it and give it to them. Like here. And I know y'all like Deshawn, that's a lot of money. But when you think about it, if you just go get a NYX one, it's $7. So add $7 to your bill, make your life easier, and it's cleaner, and you don't have to deal with it. You see what I'm saying? There's all different ways of handling it. So, there's just a lot. Not the same as being able to kill viruses. I may have to research individual ingredients. Viruses. Well, what can kill a virus besides like 70% alcohol? Maybe I don't even know. 7% alcohol can kill the virus, and it depends on the virus. That's what I'm learning. Like the coronavirus is a different type of virus, and it's not reacting to certain things that would normally kill other viruses. You get what I'm saying? So I think the virus situation, I don't think there's anything out there that's going to kill it all. So I'm not gonna. There's certain things that just without that is not within our control. We can clean the best that we can. Is how I feel about it. We're not going to ever have anything that's going to kill every virus that comes out because every virus is different. So what might work for the flu that I had last year might not now work for the corona. That might not work for SARS. That might not have worked for the plague. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So is it cleaning? Does it clean? Does it disinfect? Yes. I mean, I don't know what else we're supposed to do with that. I took the liquid liners out. I switched to the Ben Nye shadows. You can wet. Yes, you can wet those too. Yeah. You can wet anything, You guys can wet. I don't know if you guys know of that eyeshadow. She's drawing a blank today. There's the brain is a sieve today. There is this liquid liquid stuff you drop on your palette, you scoop out your eyeliner, you mix it together, and you create an eyeliner with it. Face Atelier has the transforming gel, which is just pure silicone, and you just take a dip of that, you brush, you scoop out your eyeshadow color, and then you mix it together. That becomes either a paint, like a paint pot, like Max paint pot, or it becomes like an eyeliner. You can use it for various different things. A lot of pro lines have it. I know Cinema Secrets has it. I know Graftobian has it. I think all of them have it actually, RCMA. It's like this little tiny bottle. I don't have it here in front of me. It's a little tiny bottle. It contains a little extra ingredient other than water that makes it a little bit more, I'm not gonna say creamy. I'm not gonna say creamy. Not what it lets you play with it longer than water would. Water would evaporate faster. This stuff is not water. This stuff is probably water and probably a little drop of silicone in or something like that. So it allows a little bit longer playtime. It doesn't dry really fast. That's another one. Duraline is from Inglot, and that's another one. Duraline is a really good product to have if you guys have a lot of cream eyeshadows that dried out. You take the Duraline and you could either drop it within that cream and it will, the dry cream, and you could use it. It'll drop and you mix it in and it snaps back all those creams that have died out for some reason. I don't know what's in it. I don't know what's in Duraline, but it does have a thing. That's why it's so expensive. They know what they're doing. It's probably something very cheap that we probably can figure out in the marketplace, but it comes in this little box, like $20, but it will revive a lot of these creams that have dried out. It's very interesting. Nothing kills everything. I'm sorry. I don't believe in that. The skin guy, I don't believe nothing. There's nothing out there that kills everything. The hospital just said it. There's nothing out there that kills everything. If that was the case, they would tell us to throw alcohol on top or a Baricide or whatever that's going to kill it all. There's nothing that kills everything. There's always some new funky nasty ass stuff that pops up. It's not within our control until the CDC figures out how to kill it. You get what I'm saying? So I would never say to somebody I can kill it all, because that's a false claim, and I'm not taking that claim. I'm not living with that claim, because that claim could get us in trouble. I'm not living with that. But I know what you mean, the Barbicide. I tend to like spray down my bag with the alcohol. That's what I do. But nothing cleans everything. I'm sorry. It's just not true. That's what the bottle tells you. Nothing cleans everything. Nothing. Cinema Secret don't clean everything. Cinema Secret's not going to kill every virus underneath the sun. Cinema Secret is not going to kill every bacteria that's ever been made. I'm not going to sit up here and ever tell somebody that it kills everything. And no. Don't promise that to clients, because then you get your ass sued. Even hospital grade disinfectants don't kill everything. So you got to be careful with what we say. I ain't Superman. That's what I'm saying, honey. Because I know people. Oh, honey, just kill everything. Now I know I joke around and say I use Cinema Secret for everything, but I mean I tend to use it because it is a disinfectant. But again, it doesn't clean. It does not going to kill everything. Alcohol don't kill everything. If alcohol killed everything, everybody would be fine today. It doesn't. So it is what it is. We can only do what we can do. But please do not run around making false claims to people during this time. Do not, well, nobody's working, but do not start running around making false claims that, oh, this kills 100% of everything and you'll be fine. Because if that person gets sick from anything after you, they're going to look at you. You just have to be careful. Just say that you sanitize your stuff, that you have really great hygiene practices. Don't run around saying you can cure cancer and shit, because that could get you in a lot of trouble. And you guys need to be, including myself, by the way, we need to start work on our contracts and cover our asses a little bit better in terms of flus and, because people blame us for everything. They get their makeup done, then then the next day they're sick, they blame us. So now, somebody comes in and you do a wedding and the next day they're sick and they could have gotten this corona thing from the wedding, but they want to blame you. So there's a lot of things you guys should be looking over your contracts and making sure that you have a contract. Don't touch people no more without no contract. Please Don't touch people anymore without contracts. And it's something that I have to do too. Because a lot of times people say, hey, Deshawn, I got a job for you. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll show up. And then I don't always have contracts either. But now I realize that there's a lot of shit that needs contracts. You need a contract for everything that you do. Even if it's somebody's hiring you, you send them the contract that says, I am, I practice this, or whatever the way you want to word it. But you guys got to protect yourselves. This is not a time. This has got me hyper vigilant now. Hyper. No, Rashad. Yeah, can you believe my school is still open? They try. Oh, okay. So the skin guy, aka Rashad, aka the skin guy, who I'm wearing his lovely moisturizer right now. Um, he had the funniest ass video I had seen. That whole video, I literally was bent over crying. It was the basically, I'm gonna tell you business, but basically what had happened to him was he had like the sniffles, and he's a teacher, he's an educator. Uh, so he had just the sniffles, and the school said, "Oh no, you got to leave," and they put on I can't breathe. They gave him a mask and they gave him a mask and sent him on his way. And that video that he posted was just I can't. I needed that laugh so badly that I was literally doubled over on the floor crying. It was so funny. But yeah, I know I was supposed to speak at Mud this week and I canceled. I'm like, I'm not, I don't know why schools are open. I don't understand. Um, yeah, I don't understand it. And she was like, oh, we're still open. I was like, yeah, but I'm not coming. like, like I don't understand why schools are open. Shut your school down. Let the kids go home. Like we can do this at another time. And I love speaking to the students at Mud. I love going to schools and talking to students, but there's a point in time you just got to say, it's not even healthy. It's not that it's just healthy for me. It's not healthy for anybody sitting in that room with me. It's just not healthy. So so I was supposed to speak in Mud, and I love my Mud students, and I love Mud. I didn't go to Mud, but I love Mud. I love the whole it's just something that when I visit Mud, I see that the students are very happy. When I went to my school, I wasn't the happiest student for a lot of reasons. But Mud just seems like if I were going to go to a school now, I would want to probably go to Mud, or what's the other one? Makeup Forever Academy. I would want to go to those schools because people seem to get a really good education and they seem happy. And like I said, my school, I wasn't I wasn't the happiest. So that's it. So I'm going, it's an hour and 22 minutes. This was extra long because we ain't got shit to do. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna get off this thing because the boyfriend's in there cooking. I'm hungry. But yeah, so please just like go over your contracts. Please make sure if you're going to email people, the best thing to do is when you're emailing them, have the contract written in your email. So when you send out a confirmation of something, it's in there. It's very much like how when corporations, I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with a corporation in terms of email transactions. There's a long list of things. It comes right after like the signature, and then it goes, whoop. And then there's a long list of what this email transaction means, and we can't be with beholden to what it said. All these things are in their thing when they send out an email transaction. I want you guys to get into doing that for yourselves, because I just don't want to see us I just don't want to see us get rooked like that, because they love to blame us for everything. And I just don't want to see us go out like that. So maybe next week we'll do something on contracts, or lightly. I'm not a lawyer, but something lightly on contracts or something like that. Or maybe during the week, because I might be bored as a mother. Okay, so, so maybe during the week we can have like a quickie conversation on contracts or something like that. Because in this day and age, I really do feel that as makeup artists, business people, we really need to be a little bit more vigilant, including myself, with things, like their jobs are, being cut. Well, there should be a cancellation fee attached to that. You understand what I'm saying? All of that should be we should be discussing that as well. And of course, I think about that now that I'm getting off this joint, right? But all of that. So percolate that. I might be back on Monday. I might be back on Tuesday. I might be back on Wednesday. You never know when this black girl gonna pop up because she's quarantined. So I will see you guys soon. Turn on the notifications so you know when I pop up. It might be during the day because we ain't got nothing to do. So it might be during the day, but if you don't know that I'm coming on, you're gonna miss it. And I think the ones during the week instead of the Sundays, the ones during the week are gonna hit it and quit it. If you hear, you hear. If you ain't, you ain't. And it's gonna be gone. There. So we do something like that. But thank you for joining my crazy black ass on this Sunday. I really, 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 really want y'all to be safe and sound and healthy, and don't fight over toilet paper. It's not worth your life. And I will probably see you during the week because I will be bored. Good night, guys. Have a good one.